This video is going to be a film study look at one of the defining plays from the Lions' 24-14 win over the Packers on the road in Week 9. Of course, Kerby Joseph's late second quarter interception that puts Detroit up 17-3. It's his sixth interception of the year, first pick six, in fact. To set the stage a little bit in terms of why I like this play, the Lions have just gone up 10-3 on a field goal through 3 possessions. The game featured a lot of running plays, naturally because of the weather and the circumstances, high wind as well. And they did open the third quarter with a touchdown to further stretch the lead. What you want to do at the end of second quarters, if you're going to get the ball first, is you want to double up. Well, Detroit was able to triple up because of this pick six by Kerby Joseph. He's having an unbelievable year in 2024. Now is one of only 2 players, I believe, to have 14 interceptions in his first 3 seasons. The other is an immortal football legend, Ed Reed. I'm not comparing Kerby Joseph to him, but statistically, he's having a huge impact so far for the Lions, and he did on Sunday as well. Also, the degree of difficulty on this catch and this run. It's a nice coverage / stunt called by Aaron Glenn, in my opinion, for the final minute of the second quarter. You're already up 10-3. You get the ball first to start the third quarter. Do I think that Aaron Glenn was calling this coverage to actually get the ball back? Yes, I do. It's a 2nd and 2. I think he's calling the play to force an incompletion, particularly take away a slant. And I'll go over that aspect of it here in a moment. And I think he's trying to get the Packers to have to punt the football away from their current location. Now, it's going to provide Detroit a long way to go to get a field goal if you accept my assertion. I think Aaron Glenn did a great job yesterday, even though the Packers had more yards, more first downs, more passing yards. Detroit played a clean game and took advantage of mistakes when they were offered to them, and Kerby Joseph's was the biggest one. So let's get the film breakdown started here. We'll do the all-22 angle first. It's a 2nd and 2. Like I said, Detroit is dropping out James Houston IV and also Jack Campbell. 5-man stunt with Joseph and then Anzalone late being added on as a 5th rusher. It's a 2nd and 2 late in the second quarter. Like I said, you don't want to give up a big did not show up. In fact, that's not the route that was run up there. As an aside, my film study already has confirmed that Carlton Davis III played probably his best game of the season in terms of being physical, but walking that line of drawing penalties or just being a total annoyance to the receiver who's trying to run his route. Also, James Houston IV drops out of here. He matches 2 vertical, so it's a vertical concept. He stays on the inside shoulder of that route, and then once the tight end shows, the tight end had initially been kept in to chip on Houston, who did not rush. He slides out into the flats. Once he shows up, James Houston IV tries to match that. I'm not sure what Jordan Love is seeing, that he's not coming back down here to this route. That's a route that he's hit often this year, to the flats late. I do think that's where Jordan Love should go with the football. Additional to that, and you'll see it from the end zone angle even better, Josh Jacobs and Kerby Joseph are tied up together. This late delayed rush by Anzalone is the critical factor here on this, and that's what I love about it. They are fake. I'm not saying that that Anzalone's been forgotten about, but these guys both drop out initially, and then Anzalone blitzes, kind of crossing the face. There's another layer to this, in my opinion. Joseph is making it look like he's going to hedge to the outside, and he brings his rush back into the B gap. He gets tied up by Josh Jacobs, like I said. Now Anzalone, because of the timing, is folding back all the way across, and I think this is design element, because over here you have a lean to the other A gap. So what I'm talking about here is McNeil was lined up in a 3, stunts to the center, and then tries to work downhill. I think that is all design for Anzalone and McNeil to take the 2 A gaps, and they have fooled the Packers into allocating the left guard, left tackle, and the tight end, potentially used as a chipper against James Houston IV. Now, credit to the guard, he did come back, fold back onto Anzalone, but you can see Anzalone is the guy who got to Jordan Love and was able to get a hit on him. Joseph is kind of hidden here. If Anzalone isn't there, a lot of trouble controlling the football, clearly. but the timing of it is the part that I think is the most in Kerby Joseph. Wherever the ball has shown up, to my knowledge, almost 100% on interception opportunities. 3, Terrion Arnold and Amik Robertson providing underneath. Kerby Joseph being allowed to play as a free safety, read things, fits his skill set, fits his size, body composition, and his athletic ability, his quickness. But this, against the Packers, this is not what Kerby Joseph is intended to do. Be used as a blitzer. It's a play that shows up in seasons that are special for a player. This one looks like a special year for him. Like I said, he's got 6 interceptions. Brian Branch wasn't able to add to his interception total, obviously, because he got ejected. I will have more out about the Lions defense today and into Tuesday. I definitely want to focus on CD3, his overall play during the game. I'll probably wait till I can get a little bit cleaner film out with better angles. So I'll have access to that later on Monday night. This one was a fun one to watch, even though I did think there was those 3 possessions in the third and fourth quarter where the Lions offense basically shut it down and decided to go ultra conservative. They were able to close things out in the fourth quarter with Montgomery with a 12-yard run, a 14-yard reception so they could take a knee and finish it out in victory formation. Kerby Joseph, did you foresee this? Well, when you bring in CD3, you bring in Amik Robertson, draft Terrion Arnold, also sign DJ Reader, those are the guys that are focused on. Brian Branch is having a heck of a season. I think he's having an all-pro year, notwithstanding yesterday's ejection for one play that I think was unwarranted. Kerby Joseph is the guy who's having the most impact statistically, along with Aiden Hutchinson and Brian Branch, because of the upgrade in talent at those other positions. I still think the edge rusher, outside linebacker spot is one that needs to be addressed and hopefully will be addressed soon. The rumors about Zadarius Smith, you guys would really like him. He played for the Ravens, clearly. We almost re-signed him, brought him back as a free agent. He elected to go to Cleveland. He's a really big, physical, tough guy, rugged against the run game, also efficient against the pass, can be used as an interior rusher. I think he fits on this Lions roster really well if, in fact, Brad Holmes and those guys do go out and acquire him. Tell me what your reaction was to Joseph's interception, his pick 6. I said this in a reaction video last night. I jumped out of my seat because I knew at that moment that they were in the driver's seat in terms of being able to get a victory to move to 7-1. I was really excited. Yesterday was a long day for me, watching the Ravens game, doing a reaction video, watching the Lions game, doing a reaction video. I started the Lions game probably a half an hour late because I was recording the Ravens reaction video in the process, so I had to watch the plays and kind of speed them up, as it were. This one, to me, I was able to watch live. I think I caught up right around early second quarter, maybe at the time that Detroit gets a field goal to go up 10-3. And this one was kind of like an opportunity for me personally to exhale and be like, okay, great. We're both teams are going to get a win. It's going to be a fun week for me to try to produce content. This one was my first one, albeit abbreviated, so forgive me for that. I usually like to put out at least 6 or 8 or 10 plays in each piece of content that I produce. I will have a video out about the first possession of the third quarter and Amon-Ra St. Brown's ridiculous fake China in, fade out route that I've really never seen before. Tom Brady, I think, covered it well, saying that he had never seen that route before. I haven't either. I've seen fade outs. I've seen out fades. In this case, it's a fake China in, fade out that Jared Goff put in a perfect place for St. Brown to go get on the first touchdown. Appreciate you guys' time, man. Let me know what you think of Joseph's interception, what your reaction to it was as it happened live. During halftime, I usually am able to type up a pseudo reaction. I didn't do that this time. I actually was able to step away from the TV and enjoy a couple of minutes with my kids on a long day. So shout out to Kerby Joseph for giving me a 15-minute, 18-minute window to relax a little bit on a Sunday afternoon that was long but nonetheless fun to watch. Appreciate you guys' time. If you think other Lions fans would enjoy this film study look at Kerby Joseph's interception that changed the dynamic and really put the Lions in control of the NFC North, then please consider grabbing a link to this video, sharing it out on social media to help this content get more reach.